Johnson. I'm going to be doing my speech on police brutality and punishment. Most police will do something against the law and they don't get, like, they don't get in trouble for doing it, and it's been happening for several years. There's a story I read on, I don't remember where it was, but the Milwaukee, Wisconsin police got called to a house about this guy drinking, and he was at his sister's house, and she had a rule where there's no drinking allowed. So she called the cops on him, and he was cooperating with them, but they were still like beating him. And at one point, his niece was outside watching them, and the police officers pushed him into the mud. And then when they brought him to the room where you get interrogated or whatever, there was a camera in there, and at one point one of the cops pushed his head into the wall so hard that it broke it. His head and spine compressed, and the force was so strong that his vertebrae shattered and it pushed out his spinal cord. Police in certain situations, like most situations is racial situations where police officers think it's a threat because it's someone black or Hispanic or something like that. The military gives police a lot of weapons from the Pentagon, and then they have to deploy this weapon or equipment once a year, or they can't have it anymore. Police officers are taking the equipment for advantage. Police are half likely to be convicted and incarcerated as civilians. The lightish colored blue is for conviction rates for defendants, and the light colored blue is police officers, and then the darker one is general public. So as you can see, there's a way less percentage for police officers than there is for civilians. In Cleveland, they started to see the excessive force and made a new commission to have new cops and start being connected with the community. Obama administrations have pushed for body cameras because if they wouldn't, there was several occasions where the police officers would lie or over-exaggerate about what was happening. There was actually a body camera that caught a tape about Walter Scott in South Carolina where the police officers were over-exaggerating and lying about what had happened, and also with Samuel Dubai in Cincinnati. Without the body cameras, the police could have gotten away with lying and exaggerating about what had happened. With the cameras, critics still think it won't be enough because police officers have the right to use deadly force if they see a threat. And the threats mostly aren't like for white people. The threats are when they see a black person, and black people get a lot of criticism, I guess, and racism. They also may see a threat from black suspects because of the underlying racial bias. Growing body of research has found that subconscious racial bias may make police more likely to shoot. Studies by Josh Correll at the University of Colorado Boulder, he's a psychology professor, shows that in most video games, cops are most likely to shoot black people other than white people. Police are only allowed to use deadly force if they perceive a threat, and the threat may be a black person rather than somebody with a gun. There's no good data on how many people police kill each year. The FBI keeps track of how many people get killed. So this is supplementary SHR So that's right there. And then SHR stands for Supplementary Homicide Reports, and then the Bureau of Justice Statistics, Arrest-Related Deaths, which is ARD. And it's right there. In 2009 through 2012, the ARD and the CHR analyzed a bunch of information, and the ARD captured 49% of deaths, and then the SHR captured only 46%, meaning there was 28% which was unaccounted for. And then down there is the number of people shot to death by the police in the United States, 2017 and 2018, as of June by race. So this is white people, this is 2017, and this is 2018. This is black people, 2017 and 2018. 2017, which is Hispanic, and then others. And then people want the police brutality to stop. There's a lot of riots going around, and most police officers take the riot to another extent. Like, they will beat people to get them to stop rioting, or pepper spray people. And then anti-police brutality is not anti-police. You can protest against brutality and support good police. We don't have to choose. And it's a Black Lives Matter. And then that's my work site.